The Lord said to Satan, have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man who fears God and shuns evil. And still he holds fast to his integrity, although you incited me against him to destroy him without cause. So Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin. Yes, all that a man has he will give for his life. But stretch out your hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will surely curse you to your face. And the Lord said to Satan, behold, he is in your hand, but spare his life. So Satan went out from the presence of the Lord and struck Job with painful boils from the sole of his foot to the crown of his head. And he took for himself a potsherd with which to scrape himself, while he sat in the midst of the ashes. Then his wife said to him, do you still hold fast to your integrity? Curse God and die. But he said to her, you speak as one of the foolish women speaks. Shall we indeed accept good from God, and shall we not accept adversity? In all this, Job did not sin with his lips. Can we say amen? I want to take my thought from verse number 9. Then his wife said to him, do you still hold fast to your integrity? Curse God and die. Look at somebody next to you and repeat the subject, would you please, and tell them these words. I come too far to turn around now. You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. If you can, give me some more. I don't feel like I need to work too hard with this cold, because if I go, y'all know how I go. I might go, and I'm going to need a little help this morning. It is amazing and interesting to me how quickly people forget when they are in the midst of courting someone, how they are infatuated and head over heels for the person that they are dating. You can't tell me nothing, because it is in that instance you are blinded with love, or your mixed definition of what you think is love. Because I have discovered that love is going to be tested. Yes, Lord. And in the beginning of any type of relationship, it appears, notice I use that word carefully, it appears as if everything is going to be all good, and everything looks like on the surface that the relationship is going to have a smooth sail. That there at this present moment in the beginning stages look as if we are not going to have any problems. It looks like we're going to be pretty good through here. But that's how everything looks on the surface. In the beginning, you cannot see a person's wrong. All you see is everything that looks right. Oh, look how y'all looking at me. Can't nobody tell you that you are not in love, because you are blinded by the things that you cannot see, because everything you see says, twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. You cannot see the depths of a person because you're looking at the shallow end and have not launched into the deep. Ooh, Lord have mercy. But the then when the courtship gets a little bit heated and you want to stay saved and sanctified and purified and filled with the precious gift of the Holy Ghost, when it gets a little bit too touchy and you're getting a little bit too touchy feeling, you got to do something. You got to make a move. And so you go to the pastor and you say, Pastor, we have decided that we can't control our flesh anymore and we need to go a step further. And so you go through counseling and you ain't heard nothing that the pastor has said because you're so infatuated with being in love that you are still blinded by the things that you hear that you might have to go through when you get married. Oh my God, because your whole mindset, whether counseling or not, is you are going to do this and it's going to happen with you, men of God, or without you. And so you set a date and you get your bridal party together. You get your bridesmaids and your groomsmen and you decorate the church and you get somebody to organize for you. You go out and you purchase the rings and you are happy. Everybody knows. You send out invitations. You go on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You tell everybody that, look at here, I am about to get married. And everybody but those that are married knows what's getting ready to happen. Y'all ain't gonna help me in here. And everybody is excited for you. And those that's been married for a little while, they can tell you a little something about being married, but it's going in one ear and out of the other. And so now the date has been set. Everybody got their tuxedos and the women have been fitted for their dresses. And you have picked out your bride, what you call the girl on the other side. You done picked your bridesmaid and you picked out your best man and your flower girl and your ring bearer and the church with the nice little steeple on there. You done sent out invitations to folk out of town, in town, cross town. Everybody is there, present and accounted for, and you stand there with excitement and expectation, waiting for the moment to take place when the man of God says, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife? And do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband? I think you still don't hear it out there. I think you don't hear it because it says in the vows, for better or for worse. I think we missed that class when it says for richer or for poorer. I think we let it go over our head when it said in sickness and in health. Lord have mercy. I think we miss the subject when it says until death us do part. Lord have mercy. Because we are infatuated and blinded with the idea that we think that marriage is going to be a bed of roses. Lord, in the beginning it feels like that. Yes, Lord. The first couple of weeks of marriage, the wedding ceremony, I can't bypass that. In the wedding ceremony, you lift up the veil, you kiss the bride. Everybody is cheering and clapping except for the mature couple that says we got to pray for them right now because they have no idea what they are about. Y'all ain't going to talk to me in here. No idea what is about to happen next. The wedding ceremony is beautiful, and we leave from the wedding ceremony after the procession and everybody has shook your hand and hugged you and congratulated you, and now the announcement is we're going over to the fellowship hall because we're about to have a reception. And we go to the reception and you take off the garter belt and you throw the flowers in the air. And you look at you notice how people don't want to catch nothing because they said if I catch something I might get a disease I can't get rid of. Y'all are gonna help me in here. Lord have mercy, because you got to be careful careful when you're talking about hooking up with somebody, because in the beginning it looked good, but after a while, ooh, Lord have mercy, boogeyman gonna come out. Lord have mercy. After a while, something that you didn't see in the beginning is gonna come out in the middle of all that you was happy for in the beginning. In the wedding ceremony, you're sitting down, somebody done catered the food, everything is all good, you're eating, folk are bringing gifts and money and prizes and all this stuff, and you dance for the first time with your bride, everything is good. Lord have mercy, you got limousines out there waiting on you to go to the hotel or wherever you're going to consummate the marriage. You can't wait till everything is over with, because you want to do what you've been wanting to do the whole time, trying to stay saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. Y'all don't act like you brand new, like you don't know what happens after the wedding ceremony is over. Yes, Lord, so many people had a baby right after the wedding ceremony because they've been sowing, Lord, had holding back all this time, and now at this moment they release all the joy that God put on the inside of them. Lord have mercy, look how y'all acting, look how y'all looking. But then, somebody say, but then. But then you get your house with the white picket fence, and you both smiling on the front porch with your soul glow. Got on the front porch with your lemonade, and y'all smiling at each other with for all your teeth in your mouth. You start off with all your teeth in your mouth. Y'all didn't know that. There is no issues and there are no problems. You don't even feel the back pain that you used to have, because all you are right now at this present moment is happy. But it's when a tornado comes that you find out how much in love you really are. Lord, y'all, it's when the problems and the cares of life begin to shift, because it's no longer courting, it's no longer a wedding ceremony, it is now a marriage. Somebody got to get out the bed, and somebody got to go to that 9 to 5, and somebody got to bring home the bacon, and somebody got to pay DTE, and somebody got to pay the water bill, and somebody got to pay the house note, and somebody got to pay the car note. And don't mess around and have no kids, because somebody got to buy the clothes, somebody got to buy the baby milk, somebody got to buy the diapers, somebody got to do something, because if we don't do nothing, ain't gonna nothing happen, and we gonna lose everything we started out with. And Lord have mercy, the one thing the devil is banking on is that one of y'all turn on the other. Lord have mercy, because how can two walk together lest they be in agreement? And the whole idea of the enemy is he wants to destroy, oh God, the nature of the family that starts with a man and a woman. He wants to make marriage look bad. Lord have mercy. He wants to make you think that it is a curse from God to get married to somebody. But look at somebody, tell them, oh, you got to work it. You got to work it. You got to work it until it works out. You can't just bust up. I thought you was in love. Why are you talking about leaving now? Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, Lord. You loved me when I didn't have nothing, and then when we got a little something and I lost it, you start tripping. Don't act like this ain't the first time we ain't never had no money. Oh, but I remember when we didn't have no money, we shared an ice cream together. Now you talking about I want my own. The devil, y'all ain't gonna help me. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, Lord, I hope I got the right church today. Lord, have mercy. It's when you trying to pray, you got all these interruptions, and it's when you're trying to do right, the enemy always want to step in and put his nose all up in your business. You're trying to live a holy life and a righteous life, and the enemy is not messing with people that's not trying to serve God with all of their heart, with all their mind, and with all their strength. It's the ones that's trying to do right, trying to be right, trying to live right, trying to act right, trying to talk right, trying to walk right, that the enemy finds himself all up in your business, because God has entrusted what he put on the inside of you, that even if the devil tries to